Now that we've conditioned our fondant, and in this segment I am using white fondant. I know I was using blue fondant in the previous segment just so you can see the tylose contrast with the blue color. But this is fondant mixed with tylose. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of that, and it has a nice firm consistency, nice and dry. Okay, so here's what I tell people. I want you to use some type of a sheeter, okay? I think it's very, very important that you follow this step. Now, you know, I have talked to bakers and all kinds of people, and they take a big rolling pin like this, and they slam this, and they're rolling it out like, you know, like biscuit dough. And that's really, really not the way you want to go with an onlay. We need to roll this out about 1/16 of an inch thick. And what's really, really important is that it's uniform throughout its length and width. And you accomplish that by actually using something like a sheeter. Now, I have this pasta machine or clay roller, okay? And we sell these at marvelousmolds.com. I really like it because it's kind of wide, and it has a Teflon coated roller, or two rollers coated with Teflon, and it does a great job, okay? I drop my handle here. You don't have to have a motorized, expensive piece of equipment. Just about any pasta machine works, okay? And what you want to do is just roll it out thin enough so that you can get it through the pasta machine on the widest setting, okay? So that's all I'm doing, is just rolling it out. Now I know from experience using this that I want to roll this out to a setting of number 4. So I have it on a number 1, which is its most open setting. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run it through the pasta machine. And that is on number 1. And I'm just going to go through this process. It's funny, many of you may know what this is. Okay, this is a Pounce. It's basically a stocking or a nylon or a sheer sock that has cornstarch added into it. And so I like to use something that's really sheer like that, and then you just put cornstarch in it. And I like to get it in here and tie it, and I double wrap them. But I really like using a Pounce because what I can do is just rub the top, and I put a very small amount of cornstarch, which helps it from sticking. And I'm just going to rifle right through the numbers here, just like that. And you know what? Why don't I show you this nice little attachment you could buy as an accessory, and you just put it in here and hook it on, and now you have something that's motorized. So if you do a large volume, you can use a motorized sheeter. It works really, really great. And you can just run it through, just like that. Something that I've developed as a habit. I'm on my setting number 4, but I run it through twice at a setting of number 4 in order to ensure that I have the right thickness. So when you do this, it basically guarantees that you're going to have almost a fabric-like result that's extremely uniform, and that goes a long way in helping you just peel off perfect onlay applications to a side of a cake. You know, I was raised in a bakery. I'm very, very good with the rolling pin. But after I add Tylose to fondant, I find it very, very difficult to roll the fondant as thin and as evenly as it needs to be. And so I almost insist that if you're serious about using an onlay, get yourself a pasta machine, get yourself a sheeter. The pasta attachment on your KitchenAid is a wonderful thing. I usually go to a setting of number 3 or 4 on that attachment, and it works perfectly. So my second recommendation to you is to use some type of a sheeting tool in order to create a perfect, beautiful, thin piece of fondant that works very, very well with the onlays. Once you get used to using this, you'll find that it has great application in a lot of other cake decorating processes, like when you're making shoes or putting fabric onto dolls or figures. You may really like and find that this is an amazing tool to add to your arsenal.